Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up, everybody? It's me, your boy, the Tantalizer One, your one and only YouTube champ. Now, listen, guys, Thursday nights, we don't usually do any streams because, your boy needs a night off. I work very hard, okay? I'm still between two houses, moving things back and forth. But look, when you have the gravitas such as me, right, you have to pull through. You've got to you have to show your true colors. You have to show that you're championship material. You know what I'm saying? So look, we usually talk about all kind of wrestling, independent, WWE, AEW, but tonight it's about wrestling is now. It's about showing people that the best organization on the whole East Coast and soon the entire country is Wrestling Is Now. Tomorrow night, we'll be there, guys. It's going to be crazy. Friday, June 16th, guys, the first ever, the heavyweight title, the win title is up for grabs. And I'm going to get into the whole deal on who's going for it, whatever. But backstage right now, we got the both of them here. Guys, the SAT, you know these guys. These guys innovated the way wrestling, even tag team wrestling is even, anything you see in tag team wrestling, these guys probably created. They definitely created a lot of moves that a lot of people have stolen. Copyright infringement. They need their money. Spanish Fly, they want to get paid, okay? They want for that main move. They want to get paid $10 billion. They deserve it. But let's get these guys in here, guys. Let's get the SAT in here. We got the Maximos in the house.
Yo, let's go. What's up, guys?
What's up? Gentlemen.
What's going on?
Look, man, before we get into anything, okay? This is the question I didn't ask you last time. Where's your residuals for the Spanish Fly? How come you haven't sued, man? I know you guys are about giving back. You guys are the fathers of every style. Forget today's, yesterday's, the multiverse style. Why? Where's the money? Where's your money for the moves?
I don't know. I've been asking that for a long time, Tony. I don't know where the moves are. I don't know why they haven't paid us yet, but they owe us a lot of money, my friend.
Yeah, we can't sue for movement or copyright any movement. I wish you could copyright movements.
If that's the case, nobody could wrestle because you guys did it all.
Yeah, that's true.
First of all, let me shout out my daughter Jasmine. Not feeling well. Love you, Jasmine. Hello, Governor. And there's some hobbit in the chat too. I call him Frodo Baggins. I don't know. You guys know this dude. I don't know. He's some jabroni.
Poor Loria.
Some jabroni in the chat. But look, let's forget about him because he's inconsequential. Let's talk about tomorrow night. Guys, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready to go.
Sunset Flip, man. Wrestling Is Now tomorrow. 106 Bergen Avenue, Richfield Park, New Jersey. Still time to get your tickets, guys. I'm going to be there live and live in color. It's going to be awesome.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
We both said it. Sunset Flip, I love the name of it. It's so cool.
It's my favorite move. It's one of the moves I can do without hurting my back.
Yeah, you know something? Sunset Flip is a lethal move, man.
If you do it right, yeah.
If you do it right.
You don't know. These new jacks don't know. But look, let's not bury nobody right off the bat. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about this championship.
Look at that thing.
First of all, shout to Ruda Entertainment.
Yeah, he killed it.
Yeah, this bill is gorgeous.
What do you think about this title? Like, it's got the old school flair to it. Notice how I said flair. It's got the big gold flair to it. There's so many different things I see in this title, but what makes it for me is the Wrestling Is Now logo. I love that logo, man. I love it.
Yeah, I feel like the title itself is gorgeous, but the logo is definitely the stamp on it that makes it great. It makes it a great world championship title. And we unveiled this title before the Fed did. So yeah, our design.
Facts. That is true. That is true, guys. If you look at this title, it looks like somebody. You maybe got a lawsuit on this one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not accusing anybody. I'm just saying.
Oh no accusations, none at all. But just somebody. We might have a mole in the Wrestling Is Now circle. You
For
know,
facts.
Look at that, bro. June 16th. It's tomorrow, bro. We got
Tomorrow night.
One more
Two.
sleep, and we make history
it's
again.
like Christmas. You know,
Tomorrow night.
look, you've got 10 great competitors for the inaugural Wrestling Is Now Heavyweight Championship, and anybody could win it. It's anybody's to win. Do you guys have a favorite? I know you guys gotta be unbiased, but you guys, they're all qualified, but you guys have somebody you think could pull it off.
Man, there's so many amazing competitors in there. Talk about experience. Papa Don, I think, leads the way there, followed by Chris Cage and Dickie Rods. Hamlet's been around for a very long time. He's unpredictable, so you don't know what the hell's gonna happen. PJ Savage is just a savage. He's a champ everywhere he stands.
Right.
So, and then you have the upcomers, Brandon Lee, who's unpredictable. Same thing with Sal Savetti.
Guys, if you've never seen Brando Lee is incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
He's one of the future stars. I believe that he's going to be one of our future stars and win. He's going to definitely be one of the head guys. That's the problem here, Tony. It's hard to pick from the hat because there's so many. They're all killers. They're all killers in their own right. Like you have Face, and then you have Chris Cage, and you have Dickie Rods, who's been with the best of the best and beaten the best of the best in his time. So when you mix that up,
did we lose him?
Yo,
he froze. He said when you mix that up, you get he's gonna say anything happen. My thing is this: explain what a fatal elimination match is, because I'm not sure what it is exactly.
I think Paul Loria has it down to the back.
Yeah, because I know you get eliminated and you go to the next round, and then I guess there's a final
final four, I think.
Four, right? Yeah, which is a great premise, and we'll try to bring Jose back.
Let me see. My prediction on the final four.
Yeah, let's hear that. Let's hear this.
Listen, guys, we have nothing to do with the booking I win. It is the best thing I ever done. I don't have to deal with guys and none of that. So I really don't know. I say Chris Cage, Papa Don, Face, and Savage.
I noticed you left the name out.
Conway?
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
Hey, kids.
Kids.
What's happening? I heard somebody was talking about my fatal elimination match and they didn't know how to explain it.
Yes.
Well, it's so funny because I was just texting you to get in here and explain this.
All right, so here's the deal with this. Full disclosure. So fatal elimination is a 10-man tag anyone you want match, right? So there are no partners.
Sorry,
everyone
lagging. Hey, Paul.
Hey, they made me come on to talk about fatal elimination real quick, and I'm gonna get out of here and let you guys have your spotlight.
No, you're gonna stay till I tell you to leave. Wait, you're gonna stay till I ask you to leave because I'm gonna need a few questions from you. So stand by. You're good. Stand by. I tell Nikki
I just got roped in for.
Tell Nikki that I approve this. Okay, it's okay.
Yeah,
all right?
She literally said to me, she goes, "You're not doing another podcast," and I said, "No, I'm just gonna listen." Yeah, that didn't go over so well. So I blame all of you for this.
Wow.
Yes. Go ahead, Paul. Tell
all right,
them
so
what it
listen,
is.
here's the deal. Fatal elimination, right? 10-man tag anyone you want. So let's think about this like almost like Survivor Series with no partners, right? It's everybody you can make an alliance or you can have 10 enemies. But the problem is you can't hide from everybody because when it's elimination style. So pinfall after pinfall after pinfall until you get to the final four competitors, and then it becomes a fatal four-way match, which means the first pinfall takes the victory. So you can't avoid the match like in a Royal Rumble. You can't go outside the ring. You can't hide out and just jump back in at the very end. If you're not in this match, you cannot win this match. But the more you're in this match with 9 other of these competitors, the higher the likelihood of you getting eliminated will be. So
This is sick.
I handpicked through the matches. When on March 31st, the big fight, we put certain guys in matches for qualifying matches and so forth and so on. But if you look at this card and you look at the talent that's on here, it's a representation of every style and every generation over the last 25 years of wrestling. You have a Papa Don and a Dickie Rods that were around 20 to 25 years ago. They are the veterans. They are the ring generals, the locker room leaders. You have the young bloods. You have the youth, the young lions of this. You have the Ellis Taylor, Sal Savelli, Brando Lee. You have this new crop of the Northeast, the Brooklyn boys and the Queens in PJ Savage, Chris Cage, Face. Face is unpredictable. He's more of that hardcore, in-your-face style. And you've got total psychological, call it a cerebral assassin, if we will, in guys like Hamlet and guys like Joey Conway. So any fan of wrestling, of any style, is going to have a favorite in this match. And the kicker of the whole thing is this match has never taken place before. So there is no one in this match that has an advantage over anybody else. Think about this like when we were all younger and we saw Razor and Shawn in that first ladder match, right? And think about how that match has evolved through the years. Right now, every one of those talents is sitting at home and they're wondering, how can they make this match work to their advantage? How does having 9 other guys help you? How do they coach you? And how do you approach it? And as an audience member and as a fan, even the guy who created it, it's never happened before. So I can't wait to see what these guys bring to the table.
Shit is wild. What up, Willie?
It's going to be crazy. What's up, everybody? It's going to be crazy. Everybody's here. The whole SAT's here. It's for this piece of gold right here, man. This is it.
That is it.
Tomorrow night, around this time, the butterflies will be going because, you know, it'll be on like Donkey Kong. Man, it's going to be what a great night it's going to be in Jersey tomorrow night, guys. Oh, my God. I cannot wait.
And Tony, just to touch base on something you said earlier before I jumped on about that belt. Obviously, the belt was designed to look prestigious. The belt was designed to show that wrestling is here to make a statement. But, you know, what a lot of people don't realize is there was a time frame. I might have the timeline wrong. Joel and Kelvin can help me with this. Maybe 5 or 6 years ago, where the Maximo brothers had a wrestling school called, I believe it was Ludus Wrestling. And
yes.
Those lions were a representation of that wrestling school. So the lions were specifically designed in that belt to represent where SAT came from and now where they're going with the new promotion win. And obviously, we all know the story of the tag team belts, and we'll get to that on July 29th. But for this one right here, this is a big deal for whoever holds this title first.
Huge deal, man. A huge deal. It's going to open a lot of doors for whoever holds this title.
Well, one of these 10 men is going to win it tomorrow night. And if you're not there, you can't see. Look, there's still ticket information available. Guys, you use the QR code right here. Doors open at 7. Bell time's at 8. Don't be late. So we talked about the heavyweight title, which is going to be great. Let's get into this right here. Because this is what I'm looking for. I mean, look, I'm looking forward to everything, but I'm looking forward to this because you got the new blood and you got the vets. And guys, come on, man. We're like fine wine. We age so well. And I'm waiting tomorrow. Look, I love the new back seats. I love them. They're great. And I know you guys got mutual respect. I'm not talking about respect. I'm talking about watching tomorrow night a pure, I don't like to curse on the show, but I'm going to say it, a pure ass whipping to teach these young kids that you guys still got it.
That's right. Now, you just pushed us to the limit right now. Because my younger brother, Will, he's in the mix. You know, he's as young as them.
Yeah, but he by osmosis, he's old school because he got the old school mentality. Is what I'm saying.
I know.
Vet.
You know, Will's
I'm a vet. I'm a young vet.
A young vet. You know, me and Will,
Bitter and sick of the business.
Yeah.
Hey, Will.
At age 30. What's
Hey,
up?
Will,
What's up, Paul?
How do you feel, Will? How do you feel wrestling Johnny Cashman for the first time and the new backseats?
I'm pumped. I'm excited, honestly. But I know my brothers are gonna take on the new back season. Like Joel and Jose, they got this in the bag. I'm after Johnny. I'm after Johnny because I know there's something like there's a little chip on his shoulder as far as like I've never taken on the new blood of the Maximals.
Yeah.
But like I said,
John-
you know what I'm saying?
Will,
I know John. Yeah, what's up, Paul? Talk to me.
Johnny has gone on record, publicly stated that you are his number one target in this match.
He did.
Johnny said,
Oh no,
and listen,
I know.
he is, but rightfully so, because
I'm
there's going to be a moment, and guys, seriously, 24 hours from now, there's going to be a moment where Will Maximo stands off against Johnny Kashmere for the first time, and at the exact same moment, the Graysons stand off against the SAT for the first time, and this is a match that has a 20-year history. So it's the most insane concept that something that has so much heritage to it is about to happen for the first time.
that's the cool part. It's like linking in the really old school, not really, really old school, but you know what I mean? In that square circle, is really old school all the way till now. I'm somewhere in the middle, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me ask this question, because we all know you guys are very well, skilled in the ring. Are you guys worried that the youth might catch up to you? Hold on, you're muted, Joe. You're muted. You're muted. Hold on.
All right, now
Yeah.
I said we at our peak right now. I think we never been better. We put all the years of experience behind, forward. That way we don't make mistakes like back in the days. It's like we like I keep saying, man, we Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson punch out. We're the last boss. It's hard to beat. I'm telling you, man, we've been in the ring with a lot of talent. You guys all know this, and we ready for the backsies.
Yeah, I feel like no matter what age my brothers are, I'm like right behind them, a few years younger. But no matter what age they are, they're keeping up with the best, no matter what. I mean, it's something to do, I guess, with the experience and like no waste of movement because you know what I mean. When you're extra young, you're extra jittery, and you're doing so much more. Meanwhile, we cut right to the chase where less is more, and we're not taking that extra step. We're just gonna lift the leg and kick you in the face. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. We're cutting all the corners that we need to cut out all the extra fat, and get right into the lean stuff. That's what my brothers have become lately. It's leaner and meaner.
Yeah.
And it's scary, man. I feel bad for the new backsies.
Yeah,
And listen, I've gone on record as head booker of the company to have talks with all these guys, and I've asked the Maximos themselves, how they feel about, is there a concern in the locker room with them taking up a roster spot, with them taking up match spots, and I love the attitude that it's their spot for somebody to take, but this is only our second show of the year, and we're about to springboard forward, and I think what happens in this match tomorrow night really does dictate the future of where wrestling is now goes. Will it still be the Maximo's company? Will it still be their legacy? Or is it time for a new legacy to be created? Is this company going to be supported by a new generation, or will we still be carried by the legacy?
Hopefully both.
And we're going to find out tomorrow, aren't we?
We'll find out tomorrow, Paul.
I'm going to say this. I've interviewed everybody involved in this match, and the new backseat's very respectful, but they also got a chip on their shoulder too. They got something to prove. And they say, we it's gonna be tough, but we got this. But my thing is this, and you mentioned Mike Tyson. Everybody has a plan to get punched in the mouth. I mean, I think tomorrow those jaw jackers they're gonna find out that you guys are far from being done. I'm just putting it out there. I love everybody. I'm down the middle kind of guy.
We're on the same page.
But honestly, I'll be shaking hands after the match is over because you're gonna win. I'm just saying. Keep it 100. This is my show. I can be biased.
Even if we don't, I want to shake your hand, bro.
Well, we're gonna hug anyway because we love you. So look, other than your matches, there's a lot of other stuff going on tomorrow.
Damn,
You got-
yo, this match right here, Paul. When Paul said this is the match that's gonna go on, man, I was like, I'm so happy. They gotta just, oh man, it's gonna be crazy. I hope we come out before them. That's what people used to say about us, Paul.
You know, but here's the deal, though. We talked about this. You know, this is the point this is the point in the company where it's time to put our money where our mouth is. We have talked for a long time about how prevalent tag team wrestling is going to be within this company, how important the legacy of the Maximos is, how important tag team wrestling is, how we're going to showcase tag team wrestling. And if anybody that's been following, especially the Northeast, but following independent wrestling knows these are two of the top teams. And this match alone is worth the price of admission.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not familiar with either one of these teams. I've heard of them, but from what I hear from Paul, these guys are incredible. They're
Tony, you in for a treat, bro. Both tag teams are so different, but their style is just crazy. Like above the rest, you know, Tristan and Gabe, they just like water, man. I'm telling you. And then you got Miracle Ones who are just incredible. I'm telling you, these kids, like, there's not a lot of people we have like real tight chemistry with, and I said it I think yesterday or the day before. But those kids we have chemistry with. The Miracle Ones.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Bro, I had so much trouble with the internet. I just had to hop on downstairs. I'm sorry.
Bro, don't worry about it, bro. We know it's technology.
What did I miss? I have a lot of talking to do, so I'm gonna keep you guys on.
We're talking about
good.
Will being in the ring with Johnny and us being in the ring with the new Backsies.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Because I mean, I know, I'm pretty sure that Wilson always wanted to wrestle Johnny and Trent, the Backseat Boys. Never really had the opportunity to do so. But now he gets a chance to put hands on Johnny Cashmere and suplex him. That's a plus. Yo, Johnny Cashmere looks freaking good. He looks like, bro, he hasn't changed.
Turn back the hands of time, right?
It's insane,
yeah, bro.
It's like sort of like Paul Lauria, never changes, same face forever,
right? You know, I wanted to ask you guys this. We've been doing these pods like crazy lately, and I haven't been able to ask you. Do you guys have any concerns about this match getting in your head because of the history you guys have with Cashmere? Is it business as usual, or do you worry about the nostalgia factor playing a role in your head and taking you out of your game?
You know, it's been in our heads because we've been talking about it privately. You know, it's like when Johnny came back, you know, and he said that he was going to be managing, and then he was like, "Well, I hit the gym and I haven't lost a step." I kind of like started feeling it, and now look at him. I saw one of the latest matches, and Johnny's like, he never left. He scares me a little because he knows our game. You know, he really does. But we know his. You know what I mean? The thing is that the new Backsies, JP and Tommy, they don't. They only know what they watched, not what we could really do. And that's what makes it interesting.
In the flip side, he has Johnny with them. You don't think they study tape and they didn't study back in the day shit? You know how many matches we had with Johnny and Trent? There's so many matches with Johnny and Trent that literally I see one like 2 weeks ago, and I don't remember wrestling the match. I was like, when did we wrestle that match?
I watch all their matches. I watch everything. I watch every scrub out there to every superstar that's out there.
I just realized what I was talking about earlier, where how my brothers became throughout time way more dangerous. Instead of like becoming what people are thinking, maybe they're, you know, a lot slower or they won't be able to keep up with the new blood. And it's like, no, they become a lot more dangerous. That's what Johnny is. Standing across the ring looking at me. Like, it just hit me, man. You know, it's been all week I've been thinking about this, and now it just hit me. I'm gonna go in there with the most vicious one out of them all. Yeah. The one who's gonna cut all the fat out of the excess fat and go straight to the point and probably hurt me in there. But you know, I told my brother, not scared. I'm not scared, just concerned now.
It's a healthy fear. So it's a healthy fear because I don't know about you guys, but till this day, I get jitters right at the curtain. Right in Gorilla, I start getting nervous. My palms get sweaty. I start freaking out. I start feeling like, why are we here?
Dude, when
What
I
is wrong with us?
yeah, my palms are sweating right now because as I'm talking, I'm picturing myself in the ring,
Yeah, we're about
and
to
the
go
instant,
Don't look in their
instant
eyes.
wet.
You can't
Yeah.
look in their eyes.
You know, on
Whose
March
eye?
31st,
Don't look in their eyes.
on March 31st, a lot of people say the CMD Miracle One's SAT match stole the show in that trios, right? That was two young teams who had something to prove to you, and it was in a trio style. But the difference maker in knowing that your opponents tomorrow night, for the first time probably in 15 years, there's somebody in the match that knows you better than you might even know yourselves. I mean, when was the last time you could say you stepped in the ring, except for maybe last year when you guys wrestled against the Briscoes? There is nobody else in this industry that knows you guys inside those ropes better than Johnny Cashmere does as an opponent.
Yeah.
And now he's putting all of that in those kids' heads.
I have a confession. The last match that Joel and I wrestled against Johnny and Trent Acid was in Philadelphia, and they actually beat us.
Wow.
So you guys, you got to get this one back, if you, so to speak.
It's a different dynamic, Tony. So it's a match.
I know,
What I
definitely
call
different.
it's a familiar match, but at the same time, it's unfamiliar territory. That's what's weird. It's almost like I've never wrestled Johnny, but I've wrestled him 1,000 times.
I really wish I could ask Johnny the question about Trent because, it must be tough to, to have to, step into the ring, and Trent, you know what I mean?
I think the best way to put it is this might be one of the most beautiful matches you ever see, because I don't know if there's ever going to be even, and I say this with respect to all of our roster, it might have more emotional impact than even the world title match would have, because of the fact that there is so much personal history between you guys. Even for somebody like Johnny, like I can't even imagine what that feeling is going to be to step in the ring across from you guys, this time without Trent.
Yeah.
But for you guys, the same thing. You're looking across the ring. Trent's not there, but the Graysons are. So you have to be able to shut these emotions off.
It's crazy.
Get into game time, and for somebody like Will, maybe that same emotion isn't there because he didn't have it. But let me tell you, from Johnny's perspective, like we've discussed already, he is coming for Will. So it's like, while Will doesn't feel maybe the same emotional connection to the match, he's gonna wake up real fast when Johnny gets in his face. So
what's weird about that is that last week me and Johnny were on the phone. He was talking about the tag team titles that they made them, and then they made an extra one. Now they got trios titles with Trent Acid in the front, and he was like, I'm getting emotional talking about it because he was like, man, like we're gonna do this once again in 2023. How crazy is that? And I was like, man, it's blessings, that we're lucky enough to get to do this again. And it's for Trent Acid. I told him it's for Trent, and he was like, yeah, man, you're gonna make me cry. He said. So we were talking back and forth about this, and I feel like that. I think that it's gonna be very emotional. It's gonna be a very emotional match.
I agree with that as well, because just to even think about, having a partner and then not being with him anymore because of tragedy, and then what you guys have to go through too to hold it together as well, because of course everybody you go against you always respect, so it's tough. It's it's like losing one of the Briscoes too. It's the same thing. Death is never easy, but the beauty of wrestling, what people don't understand, is that we've all lost people in our lives. In wrestling, you lose people. We lost superstars. People always talk about Eddie Guerrero, how they felt, Owen Hart. And people don't realize the wrestling community is very tight. You have that. It's not just a camaraderie. It's that feeling in your heart when you step in that ring. It's a different dynamic. People really don't understand it until you step into the ring. But
well, you'll find out tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I can't wait. Listen, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, another match I'm looking forward to. I'm sorry to skip it. Is the Lucha match It's getting a lot of attention. A lot of people have been talking about it. Everybody's excited for it. It's going to be a pure lucha match. I think that that also gives a little bit of insight of where we're going with the company and how Paul's structuring this whole deal with Win. I think that tomorrow's event, man, if you want to go have a good time in wrestling, show up. It's going to be a great time.
It's going to be fun. I really am looking forward to tomorrow. You know, it's going to take me 5 hours to get there because of the traffic, and I don't care. I'm leaving at 8 o'clock in the morning to make sure I get there because I got to be at this show. Look, I never, and listen, everybody's going to ask me, Tony, you know, I don't want to go into business for myself, but I just want to address it real quick, okay? Savage, this is about wrestling is now. It's not about you or me. If you ever really want to do this, you got 3 guys up there on top of the screen to have a company. When you feel like you're in enough shape, we'll talk. Enough said. Now.
Hold on. Can I chime in?
I know who he's talking about.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Yo,
you
Tony,
can't just blow.
Tony,
I don't want to hijack.
If Paul Book said, Tony, you come train with us for 2
How can
months.
I point? Eric here. There. That's the
Look.
booker.
Let me just say this.
That's the booker.
Let me just say this. And I'm keeping it real.
Wait.
Okay?
Is he the same guy that booked you before, Tony?
Huh?
Weren't you booked?
No. That's something completely different. But no, let me just say this. This guy's been Savage is a good dude. I get what he's trying to do. I'm serious. I get what he's trying to do. We'll talk later. I'm not gonna go. Let's talk about the match because he's trying to get me out. And see the old me, the old me would address him, but this is about you guys. This is about wrestling is now because I want to talk about the hot commodity because this guy right here is on a tangent. You know, tag team open challenge.
Friggin' A. Look at this guy. You know why?
And this guy is firing live rounds at everybody.
Everybody.
Get out of trouble. I mean,
when
bro,
we talked about when we talked about coming over to Win, I didn't know he was going to point his gun right at me and then the SAT to follow. It's like right out of the gates. He is just drawing a line in the sand and going to war with everybody. He is holding nothing back. And I would love to respect it if I was in public enemy number 1. But, listen, he's got his opportunity tomorrow night.
He better not fuck with us, Paul.
He did already. He's calling us out.
He's already threatening you guys.
And no respect, huh?
No, it's not that.
I'll dust that motherfucker.
Robert Franklin never really gave a shit. He's always been the same. I knew once he walked into the building that day, I knew it was trouble. I was like, holy shit, what's he doing here? And now look at that.
Here's the fact of the matter. Me and Robert Franklin go way back. I got no problems with him. He sent me a dirty message about you better stay out the way too. And I got nothing to do with any of this. He was on the show. I put him on the show. Listen.
Yo, that tag team though, they're trained by me, the Gordons, they twins, and they're gonna be a problem. They're really good. They got
are legit.
They both got wrestling background. I think Robert's onto something.
The Gordons are legit.
I don't think Robert Franklin jumps into any situation without doing his homework. I'm almost 100% sure he already scouted who he wanted. On top of that, he realized he can manipulate those guys. Sorry to say, because they're so young, he promised them the world. And you know what? He might not be wrong because they are a great tag team. There's someone to look to because you train them and we know what they can do. Those guys can go for sure. 100%.
Robert Franklin wasn't in the building more than 20 minutes.
Wrestling. What's up?
Robert Franklin wasn't in the building more than 20 minutes at the big fight before he found the Gordons. He took them aside. He cut a deal. And on the spot, they were with him. And Jose's right. I don't think he does anything without doing all of his homework. And he's been dropping a lot of I don't know what we want to call them, Easter eggs, hints, threats, whatever you want to call them. He's just talking that he's doing his thing. He's talking his game. I could respect that. But he's got his opportunity tomorrow night. The Slime Balls answered the challenge. The Slime Balls had a great showing the last time in a triple threat match that nobody thought they were going to win against the Gordons in the end. The End have been MIA since. They've been off the radar, sending weird cryptic messages from campfire stories with whoever. The dude is shot. He's way out there, doesn't return any calls. Robert Franklin, he put his money where his mouth is. He started doing business. We started getting contacts. They wanted a contract deal. We gave them an opportunity. Tomorrow night, they can see what happens. Let's see what these guys are made of, man.
Let's see what they're made of.
He's on fire. He's on fire, and I believe that yeah, I'm gonna stay out of his way. I don't want any problems. I really don't. Let's talk about. I really don't. Tomorrow I'm coming as a broadcast journalist, a social media director. That's it. I'm tired of being called out. I want to enjoy wrestling tomorrow. Everybody's calling me out. They want this time. I just want to come enjoy
Tony,
wrestling.
listen, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole with you, but you and I have known each other for 35 years now.
Yeah.
And you have never not gotten us into trouble. So I don't know where this whole I don't want to be in trouble thing is coming from. You are trouble. And I expect nothing less from you tomorrow.
No, I get it. But here, I'm going to be in my best behavior tomorrow. What I'm saying is this, is that
he's never behaved once in his life.
That's true.
Will doesn't even know you and he knows you're full of it.
Listen, I've been very professional since I got this channel. I'm trying to stay on the straight and narrow. It's like the mafia. I try to get out and people pull me back in. I just want to be part of Wrestling Is Now. I want to do my social media stuff. I want to do my stuff for the channel for Wrestling Is Now. I want to make this the best thing on the East Coast, in the country, in the world. That's all I care about right now. Everybody's calling me out for no reason. I don't want to make it about me, because here's the thing. Wrestling Savage still talking junk. He's messaging me on my phone right now. And it's like, I don't need these issues. Look, let's get to the next match. I'm so over these guys. What about the tag team match? The slime balls, man.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
So we wrestled them, and those kids gave us a run for our money. They're really good and unpredictable, because the tiny one, that little freaking
Sage Chance, yes.
He's fast as hell, bro, and he's really, really, really high twitch. So it's difficult to get a hold of him, believe it or not. I'm telling you, we tried. We actually managed to beat them, but it was definitely a little run for our money, which was surprising, because I was like, these guys are new. We're gonna run right through them, and it wasn't the case. Yeah, man, that's gonna be a good match to look to, because they, like Paul said, no one knew. If I had to put money, it wasn't gonna be on the slime balls. The guys were way too big and too experienced in the ring with them, and they still managed to get the win, which is pretty. This is why wrestling in town is so unpredictable, because you never know what's gonna happen.
I've been seeing these guys. I've been seeing these guys from once they started, and what a transformation they've had from those kids, being respectful. Now they're just basically scumbags now, and they don't care. Like, they're ready to eat your heart out. It's crazy.
Good for them.
Tony, you just nailed it.
Keep climbing up. We'll be up there waiting for them. Keep climbing up.
Yeah. Tony, you nailed it. I think what happened is these guys have finally gotten to that level that they're probably the most dangerous right now, is because they don't care anymore. Their attitude is they've been so disrespected, and they've been so overlooked, and they've been so unappreciated that they just have decided they don't care. And you all know it. Every single one of us has been in the ring at one point or another. And when you're doubted and you have nothing to lose, it's when you really find yourself and you're the most dangerous. And I think that's where these kids are right now. And that's the selling point to me. They're starting to make me a believer, because they just don't care. And they just they leave it all out there. They leave every ounce of their being in that ring.
When you said that, I was looking at the five of us. If you do the math, there's over 100 years of wrestling experience in this room right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane.
It's crazy.
Don't make me feel old, Tony.
Hey, listen,
you don't have to worry about it. Tony's in the room. You don't have to worry about feeling old.
I'm double nickel, baby. So you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Ancient.
Listen, when I first walked into HWA, I was still in middle school.
That's right. You are. My God, that's crazy.
That's nuts.
Few of the guys that are part of Wrestling Is Now, Joe Casio.
Let's go. I'm a
Alvin
fan.
Alvarez,
There we go, Alvin.
Cheapskate Matt
Come
Rivera.
on. Why is this guy even back?
Alec Price. Hell yeah.
This is my dude. Man Bun Jesus is my dude.
Man Bun Jesus. I love him.
This
bro.
is my dude.
I'm fanboying. I'm not gonna lie.
Let me tell you a quick Man Bun Jesus story real quick. So, I try to go to many shows as possible. And I was at this show. I didn't remember the name of it. He was in this Jersey show. I don't know what promotion it was with. He goes, Tantalizing effing Tony. What the F are you doing here? I'm like, I came to follow you. He goes, thank you, my son. Thank you. Somebody says, who is this guy? He says, are you one of his disciples? I'm like, every day of the week and twice on Sunday. I got down my hands and start praying to the guy. People are like, oh my God, this guy's a cult leader. Yo, I love Man Bun Jesus. He is something else, man.
Yeah, he's definitely bringing a whole different feel to wrestling is now.
He's got an incredible look, right?
Yeah, he's fantastic, top to bottom. He's a great entertainer, good wrestler. He can talk on the mic, and he's freaking awesome to watch. I love
total
him.
package.
Yeah, Man Bun was a fun one. We definitely spent a lot of time trying to negotiate the contract, figure out a time that was going to work, and I was just so glad that he was on board and that the stars aligned for him to show, because we've been trying to make it happen for a while, and he was really, really excited about coming on board with us. So he's gotten a great response once we announced that he was on this show. And I think the fact that he's going to be stepping in the ring with the Long Island Landmine, the Threat, Joe Ocasio, is just, that match is going to be a banger.
This is crazy. This freaking guy. Come on.
Yep.
Alvin Alvarez, another one, man, who impresses me so much. Everybody that's involved in this thing tomorrow is the only thing that's missing from this. No, I'm just
Santos versus Desmond. This is gonna be something too. This is right here, man. This is a show out match. These two better freaking go out there and kill it. There's too many, because
this is I feel like this is a make and break situation. You better sink or swim, buddies.
Yeah, it's sink or swim, and tomorrow night one of these guys are gonna swim and 9 more are gonna sink.
No, I'm really looking forward to this match so much. Like, and that's what sucks, because I want to be a fan, but we have our own match tomorrow, and we have to worry about Johnny Cash being the new backseats. And that sucks. So we got to be focused on that the whole night. And I just kind of want to sit back and watch the matches and mark out, because I love wrestling. And what Paul's doing is sick. And I don't want to miss it. Even though we get the videos right after the next day, I just want to see it live, because there's nothing like it live. So you hear me and you're watching this show and you haven't purchased your tickets, get them now on Eventbrite on every platform, from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of it. Wrestling is now. That is it. Go there, link in the bios, or you can scan the QR code on the poster right now. June 16th, tomorrow night at the Mecca. Let's go. We're going to make history.
Or come to the door. There'll be tickets at the door.
There'll be tickets at the door.
Tickets at the door.
That's right.
Now, the reason why I have Paul in the big box is because I got a few questions for him as well. No,
you're on the spotlight.
No, you're in the spot. No, listen. So I'm going to ask you a serious question. We talk almost every day about certain things about the promotion. We know we have some inside information that some other people don't have, of course. You being the book, and I really wanted to ask you this question. I don't know if Nikki's listening, but this is for her too. What kind of stress level has this been for you? Because I know that Nikki, and I asked the hard questions because I'm a broadcast journalist. How has this been on your family with you taking this over, being the book of Wrestling Is Now? And I want an honest answer. I'll get her on the line and she'll tell the truth.
She's in the next room. The honest God truth is that I think in the beginning it was questionable, because it's been 20 years since I've been involved in wrestling. And I think what happened was once we started rolling with this thing, and I the funny thing was, it started with I was supposed to come to the March 31st show just to kind of see everybody and meet everybody. And once we started, the floodgates started to open and we started to run with this thing, it literally unlocked Pandora's box as far as the creative juices that were locked away. And I honestly believe that it was the first time in years that we were able to see this as a family. Like over here, Nikki being involved, and she's been coming to the the venues. Like Joelle and I had met at a venue, and she was there with us, and she gives me a different perspective. She has a huge love for music, so she understands performances and she sees things from a music perspective. But I'll turn around and I'll like throw songs at her. I'll be like, this is somebody's entrance music. And she'll be like, oh, I could see this, this, and this. So as crazy as it sounds, we have found this weird like camaraderie around
synergy.
Yeah, the synergy of through wrestling, which I don't think I ever expected to happen. And what happens is though, then as we get closer to the shows, and it's not so much concepts. It's not like I'm just writing ideas down, but we start booking talent, and we start, we start finding people, and we have the logistics of setting up podcasts, and then we have injuries happen, and somebody can't make it, and cancellations, and now we're finding new people. There's an excitement level, and there's also a frustration level, but I think the excitement definitely outweighs the frustration level. And, these guys know we deal with it all the time. It's really like an adapt and overcome. I got a phone call the other night, and I won't give all the details of it, but Joel literally just drops a bomb, and he's like, hey, listen, here's what happened. And then within 5 seconds, he's like, so what are we going to do? And I'm like, I might need a few minutes to figure this one out.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
His attitude is like, here, man, sorry about this mess, but you clean it up. But this is what I love. These guys have matches to figure out. I don't have to worry about wrestling. I don't have to worry about getting in there and getting punched in the face. I have to worry about literally doing exactly what I get to do. I get to take the talent that we get to see and then start to figure out the best combinations of it. And like you see a team like Above the Rest, and you see a team like, the Miracle Generation, Save Yourself. How do I do this? And that world title, and everybody knows, like right out of Jump Street, that world title. The approach that I had about that was I wanted to give the Wrestling Is Now audience the ability to not just see two people compete for a title. I wanted to showcase our roster in the best light that we could. So I think it's been pretty cool. And outside of me doing another podcast that my wife is in the other room and she's going to punch me in the face when I'm done with this.
She won't.
She's laughing at me now.
It's me.
Because I literally said I'm only listening to this podcast tonight. But listen, in all seriousness, we talked about it. The show is tomorrow, man. We're doing a media tour. We are pushing this show, all of us. And that's what I love about it. Like you said before, the years of experience amongst us, but more importantly, the history amongst us. When you look at this group, with the exception of Will, because he was so young, we were together 25 years ago doing this.
Yeah,
and now here we are 25 years later, still going. Yeah. So I think that's pretty special in itself, So I'm excited about tomorrow night.
I'm glad she's on board. I just want to put Ruda over, Ruda.entertainment. He does the titles. If you guys have any kind of title belt needs, he's the way to go. Let's close this out, but I want to say a couple of things before we close it out. The question I have for the Maximos, and of course we can know about tomorrow night, all well and good, gonna pack the building. How are you guys with Paul booking? How you guys, and be honest, have you had any bumps in the road? Are you guys happy with everything? Has it been a struggle?
No.
Me personally, I'm on guard to Paul's stuff. I'm just sitting, all right, whatever you say. I from experience, that's the thing. You can't. It's not like we just going into this he's a fantastic booker. No, we've been in there with him in the trenches and watched him do what he does. And I'm not blowing smoke up his ass. It's just small. He's the best to ever do it, in my opinion, as far as booking and putting matches together in his site. It's different. And we love different. That's what we do. We just don't like the same old shit. He never tried. And he always has a story behind every decision made. So it's not like he's just booking a match just to book a match. He might throw a cool little Lucha Libre extravaganza just to, boom, here you go. Here's a fun one. But overall, the big picture, he's booking for like next year. You just got to pay attention and follow the breadcrumbs because it's all going to fall in place. And that's the fun part. We get to mark out and work alongside Paul.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
It was meant to be. Hey, and then in behalf of my family and Paul, thank you, Tony, for everything your channel is doing for Win and us and everything else, man. You are a part of our team, and when we all grow together, we all grow together, my brother.
No, let me just say this. I want to apologize because I haven't been hands-on as much as I was in the beginning, just because I've had some circumstances happen in my life. You know, I moved. I'm in a new place now. As you can see the set. I got to say, Kira did a, my God, it looks like I'm in a real studio right now. But yeah, I'm all in on this, so you guys know. People know, and I'm gonna keep this 100. I'm not a big independent wrestling guy where I do a lot of shows. I go to conventions and I just, because I like people. You know, I got involved with Office Thing, BPW, as well as XW with Kevin Kelly and my man Antonio. But other than that, I don't get my hands in the mix. Where wrestling is now, I had to. It was like I was almost forced to, because this is where I've come from. You know, if you want to go back to NYWC, it comes from HWA. Without HWA, there's no 10 Lives and Tony. So this is me paying it back to, you know, you guys were kids when I was wrestling. You know what I mean? I'm double Nick. I'm 55 years old. And honest to God, me and Paul go at it back and forth. And I don't give enough credit for like putting me in the business, because of Paul is the reason why I'm even on this show right now. It's a fact. It's not me trying to kiss butt or like make you guys feel some type of way. Honestly, the whole reason why I'm into wrestling like this is because Loria really, I got to put my feet in the ring and I got to go elsewhere, other promotions, and be 10 Lives and Tony and hone my craft. And now I think I'm at the, look, it took a long time to get where I'm at right now. I'm still got a long way to go, but I feel that this channel is going to go to the next level because of what I've been through with you guys, all you guys, what your wrestling, Paul's knowledge, and everything come together. And I'm segueing this for one reason and one reason only. And I'm not trying to hijack, but Savage, I'm going to say this to you. You got the booker there. You got the guys that own the promotion there. When all this is said and done, when we get the title, when we get the tag titles taken care of in July, everything like that, here's what I'm going to say to you, Savage, and this is from the heart. This is not me yelling and screaming like you cutting a promo, because a real promo comes from the heart, not yelling and screaming at the top of your lungs. Savage, get your fat ass in shape, because when these guys say it's a go, when Paul can fit us on the card, whether it's the opening match or the main event or somewhere in the street, I'm going to kick your ass. Now, I'm done. Wrestling is now.
I want to see this.
I would pay to see this.
Listen, he's calling me out, and I'm trying to take care of you guys, and he's messaging me. And here's the thing: I stayed retired for a reason, because I don't want to hurt anybody. Savage, get in shape, because I don't just talk the talk. Okay, this man trained me. SAT, they taught me some secrets, and trust me, I have access to a ring any day of the week and twice on Sunday. Savage, see you at Wrestling Is Now when it's time, when you can get in shape, you fat bastard. Now,
That's fire.
I'm part of Wrestling Is Now, okay? It's not called Wrestling Was Yesterday. It's not called Wrestling Is Tomorrow. It's called Wrestling Is Now. SAT, any final words? I'm pissed now.
Listen.
Guys, no, my final words is like, if you can't be there, we understand, but try to be there. July 29 is our tag team tournament at the same venue. Next week, we're going to start bombarding the internet with information and dropping on some more tag teams. So far for the July 29, we said it's the Backseat Boys are in the tournament, and also the Audacity, which is already making it a hot tournament. So thank you. And what I'm saying, thank you. I can't wait. I'm going to go work out right now because I got to be ready for tomorrow.
Yo. Yeah. Johnny Cash being new backseats. Be ready for a run. You're going to be sore all week, and I guarantee you're going to be hurt. So just so you know, I hope you didn't take any bookings for Saturday and Sunday, because you're not going to be able to wake up, baby. Let's go.
Pump them up.
Spanish bomb, baby. Let's go.
Will?
Yeah, I just want to say, throughout all these years, man, Paul Loria and Tantalizing Tony, thank you for remaining friends for staying friends with my brothers, man. I appreciate that. I know, I don't know you guys as well as they do, but if they like you and they love you, man, I respect that, and I trust you guys, especially you, Paul. Like, I don't like to answer your question, Tantalizing Tony. It was like, if I have anything to say about Paul, is I trust this man.
That means the world. You have no idea how much that means to me to hear you guys say that. And I think that's what's so special about this, is that I know that there's other companies out there. I don't know that any other company has a team behind the scenes like we all have together. I don't know that they have the history that we all have together. like we had said, you know, when you look at this screen right now, for any of the people watching at home, you know, they don't realize that there's 30-year, 25-year history where we've all been down this road before. We were there in the beginning. Well, everything we've ever done. And, you know, a huge shout out to honestly all the other podcasts, you know, that jumped on board in the social media tour that helps us out. Metal Geek, Geeking Out with Metal Geek, Beyond the Barricade, Above the Ropes, Drinking at Moe's. If I'm forgetting anybody, obviously Tantalizing. Papa Dank, yep. Like all these guys that have been out there helping us along. It is not just our roster. It is not just shared stories and reels. It is the idea that, like, on our social media page, Tantalizing Tony put a page together, and within the first 4 months of that page, over 1,200 followers. I mean, it's pretty significant. And when you watch these pages, like even a post like today, you know, all it was a picture of our belt for tomorrow night's show, for that title match. And, you know, that post has been shared by 25 people, like from the roster, sharing. And it's already has like 1,000-person insight. I mean, it gets out there really, really fast. That's just a testament to the team of people we have, not just on the screen, but everybody that's willing to help behind the scenes, all the podcasters, all the people that get involved, all the fans that are starting to follow. And what it all leads up to is tomorrow night, to be able to sit there in person and get to watch the history in the making, you know, and then we get the weekend off to enjoy ourselves and celebrate. And then we're back to work on Monday again.
Monday, he'll be calling me. Monday, he'll be 5 o'clock in the morning. Tony, I got an idea.
Yes, I will. You're damn right I will.
Don't worry, we got some announcements to make. Hopefully, by next week sometime we can make some other announcements. And I'm really excited. I want to thank everyone, like Paul said, because I feel like from our wrestlers to the referees to the announcers to the cameramen to the guys that do the lighting, they're all invested into wrestling. Is now they're all pushing for this machine to actually start rolling. And you know, we can't thank you enough, bro. When this company goes up, we all go up together. We all lift each other up, because this is what it's all about, elevating everyone. And I don't know if you noticed Paul's bookings, that's how they are rounded. Everyone gets elevated. Everyone gets shined. Everyone in HWA was over. That's crazy. Like you have your little jobbers in big companies, and then you have your mid-car guys, and everyone in HWA was over. That's what's crazy. That's what's awesome about HWA. And that's what he's doing here, and I believe in him. I believe in this. And I can't wait for tomorrow.
And he said it tomorrow night, guys. Friday, June 16th, 8 p.m. That's bell time. Doors open at 7. Get your butts in there. Tickets start at $25. Tickets available in Eventbrite. There'll be tickets at the door. If you want to see some great wrestling tomorrow, show up. I'm going to have a ringside seat. I hope you guys are going to be there. I can't wait to see everybody. Oh, man, I can't wait. Please, tomorrow night, guys, join us in Richfield Park. It's an easy trip. Right up the Turnpike, right up the Garden State. Oh, my God, it's going to be awesome. Guys, I want to thank the SAT, Will, Jose, Joel, of course, my bro, my Frodo Baggins. So I'm a Samwise Gamgee, the Shire. We got the Shire. We run it. I want to thank you guys for being on the Tony Show. All the chat, thank you for watching. Hit the like, subscribe, share. Wrestling with Savage. Start working out. And listen, everybody, tomorrow night, wrestling is now. See you guys later, and do what I do best, and that's stay tantalizing.
Bam.
Boom.